are here on the last day of the show 2018, and I am here with Alan and Alberto.
Yes.
And we're going to have a little group conversation today, which was quite impromptu. So the first thing I want to ask you both is, what are we standing in front of blocking right now?
Actually, that's a very, very smart question.
Yes.
I can show over here for a second.
Yeah, so I think that we have the most beautiful speakers you probably have found today in this show. Really are beautiful. And the most unusual amplifier that you have found for the last 3 days. And so we are actually playing in a B amplification, these beautiful speakers. These are actually, they look like a tube. It is a tube, but it's not really a valve, so it's not a vacuum tube per se. I've been able to integrate the most advanced technology, audio amplifier technology, inside this little teeny tiny glass. And thanks to the fact that I have been using the most advanced semiconductor, fastest available today, gallium nitride, and that delivers a tremendous efficiency and quality that has enabled the speakers of this incredible gentleman here. By the way, Alan Side, in case you don't know, is a winner of 2 Grammys Award, 400 platinum disc, I guess. He has a major problem with housing and garage. He doesn't know where to put them all. And so now he has decided to go in the business of a speaker, so he does not to win so many record anymore. Otherwise, you have to buy so many houses. No, beside the jokes, of course, I've been so incredibly lucky to meet this gentleman through other friends. And the story is really very fun. I don't know if you want to listen to that, but
I think we should.
was very, very
roll here.
Let him go.
It was actually a blind date, and again, I don't go blind date because I have a wife. I wish, I don't know, but I don't do that. And a friend of us, actually, that listened to my amplifier by mistake, to be frank with you, was stupefied by the quality, by the look, actually, which is, I'm Italian, so we gave the world the Renaissance, the best art, Ferrari, pasta, pizza, and among other things, also this, which is unique. We don't want to be like everybody. I could have been putting this in a tomato can. You wouldn't have probably appreciated that. So I decided to make it a little hard, and it's really a little bit difficult, but delivers the message. So, you can actually make something that sounds beautifully, is advanced, but in a kind of vintage design. To make the story short, blind date, come over. I have to show you this, show your amplifier to this friend of mine. So we drive to Burbank, an hour and 30 minutes, 405 freeway, terrible date. We get from a back door, so I get into this, demo room, classic professional demo room, so a lot of confusion, a lot of cable, not really for selling, but just for people that are professional. We start playing, and here comes this gentleman that I never met before, that enters the room, and after 5 seconds says, "Wow, this sounds really nice." And he has a golden ear, by the way, so that's why, actually he does what he does. And he goes into the room trying to understand where this sound came from, and it would do exactly the same as I do, or you would do in a kitchen, trying to go with the smell and say, where is this bad smell, or what is a beautiful smell? And he's doing that with the ear. So anyway, to make the story short, after an hour, he said, okay, come over to my office. So I just walk out the demo room, and I see this, 20 meters by 7 feet tall, a platinum disc display. So I realized, oops, I probably met somebody that knows a couple of things that I don't. So that's why the way we actually got together. And this is the first show for me. It's the first commercial product that I ever made. And for me, it was kind of life or death. If he was going to tell me, your amplifier doesn't really sound well, I would have been committed suicide. So thanks to him, I'm still alive, and hopefully I will sell this and make a fortune and retire.
Very good.
Yeah, that's the dream of my life.
Well, I'm glad we did, because of course it's worked out. His amplifiers are absolutely amazing sounding, and so they work very well with our speakers. In this configuration, we're actually, our system here, which is the Monterey, it's a 3-way system, and it's using a passive crossover between the high frequency and the mid-bass section, and electronic crossover between this section and this section. So we're using 2 of the amplifiers for the lows and 2 of the highs. And even though the high frequency section is incredibly efficient, I think with 1 watt in we get 106 dB out of 1K. And in the mid-bass section, I think with 1 watt in we get about 98 dB at 200 hertz. So you could probably drive that with 12 watts. So we're actually running, I think with the impedance about 100 watts on the highs and 200 watts on the bass. and it is effortless, absolutely effortless, incredibly clean, incredibly tight, and very silky and smooth. And so it was a great combination. I'm thrilled to be able to be here for this. This is kind of a unique speaker in that it is a horn system, but it's a true concentricity horn. So the high frequency horn is 100 degrees, and the low frequency horn is 100 degrees, and they have identical flare rates. So if you were to measure at 0 and go 50 degrees off axis, it's exactly the same. So you can walk around the room, you can stand up, you can sit down, the sound stays the same wherever you are. And so that's really pretty unique in any sort of horn design. And then the other thing is that the high frequency element that drives this is actually a silk dome with an 18,000 Gauss magnetic structure directly loaded to the horn with a teeny phasing plug. So it is extremely, it's very, very low distortion, and even at the loudest levels, it's coasting. So it's been a good show, and we've enjoyed it.
Told you it was the brain.
Yeah.
Well, you gentlemen have made my job incredibly easy.
Okay, good.
I'm going to go now.
Thank you very
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
Very
much for
nice.
your
Great
time.
pleasure.
That was, I wish all of the interviews were as entertaining and as informative.
So to whom I
That's
send a check?
No.
Thank
Yeah,
you very
thank
much
you
to
very
me.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to the Alberto and Alan show, the Comedy Hour.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Come back anytime.
We have more interviews, behind the scenes footage, and exclusive content coming for you very soon. So please remember to follow us on social media at The Home Entertainment Show. And we will see you next time. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.